Hey everybody, welcome to Skills on Sunday for November 8th, 2020. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. Alright, so the Observant feat in 5th edition is one that, like a lot of 5th edition feats, cobbles together several items from earlier editions. So let's step back, starting with the earliest editions of the game, and see what led up to the Observant feat that we know and love today in 5th edition D&D. Shall we? Alright, so what we find in the earliest edition of the game is we find that there is a skill called lip reading. To use this skill, a character must be able to see the lips of the target person or creature and understand the language being spoken. Successful check lets you overhear the conversation. If you understand the language, you can understand the speaker's words. Distance to the target and available light should be taken into account. DM should apply skill roll penalties for difficult situations. So, yeah, it's there, and it's a very specific, very narrow use. And then kind of bonuses and penalties, all up to the DM's discretion. Then there were nothing, no skills, no feats in first edition. Second edition, you had proficiencies, and now reading lips was a proficiency. So a character can understand the speech of those who can see but not hear. When his proficiency is chosen, player must specify what language the character can lip read, which must be one of the languages the character can already speak. A character must be within 30 feet of the speaker and able to see him speak. A proficiency check is made. Check fails, nothing is learned. No check is successful. 70% of the conversation is understood, since certain sounds are impossible to differentiate. The understanding of a lip read conversation is never better than this. Okay. Interesting. And then finally, 5th edition, the Observant feat. Quick to notice details of your environment, you gain the following benefits. You increase your intelligence or wisdom score by 1 to a maximum of 20. If you can see a creature's mouth where it's speaking a language you understand, you can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips. And you have a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, perception, and passive intelligence investigation checks. So, yeah, that's pretty good. The This is one of those examples where they took things that had been around and had been very, very, very specific, and they brought them back in 5th edition, and they made them a little bit more useful universally. I mean, that perception check and the investigation check, those come into handy, or those come in handy so many more times than a simple read lips ability does. And then obviously boosting your intelligence or wisdom score by 1 is great, because if you're sitting on an odd number and you boost it up, hey, then you get an extra bonus or an extra +1 bonus on everything that depends on that particular ability score. So it's a very powerful feat in 5th edition. All right. Well, that's going to do it for our look at Observant today. I've been DM Gallibond. If you like everything that you see here on this channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click that post notification bell so that you too can be notified anytime new content drops. And we thank you so much for stopping by today, and we hope that you will have a wonderful, wonderful week. Good night, everybody.